Welcome to PhD&D on YouTube. This is a video response to the Gentleman Gamer click click bang, I think is the proper order. I always mix those up. But on his topic of why you roleplay, everyone's kind of been weighing in on it, and I wasn't going to originally just because, I mean, it's a great question, don't get me wrong, but I didn't think I'd be able to pinpoint it, and so I just kind of let it slide. But I've been thinking about it for the past few days, and turns out it was a lot simpler than I thought. It's gone back to when I was a kid, actually. And overall, role-playing games, the reason I play is not specifically because of role-playing. It's not just being able to jump into a character and play out that character, because I enjoy every layer of it, every aspect of it. Role-playing games as a whole for me provide, I guess, a complete full circle of what I like and what has brought me enjoyment, fun, and what I can just spend hours doing and not even know it. So I'll break it down briefly. I'll keep this video short, but world building, for instance. I love world building. That's one of my favorite parts of any type of role-playing games. I love building worlds. It goes back to when I was a kid. I didn't have, and everybody's really little and had imaginary friends. I don't specifically remember having any, but I can specifically remember building worlds in my head, building, fantasy kingdoms, and just when I would hang out with friends, that's what I would do. So I can specifically remember all the way back to that, as well as character creation. Nothing is more fun to me than being able to completely customize, completely create what I want to. And that goes also back to being a kid and playing video games. My favorite video games were not necessarily the ones, the classics, the ones that have stood the test of time. The Ocarina of Time comes to mind there. I liked that game, but I liked games more where I could fully customize the character I was playing. The more I could do to create a character, the more I liked the game. And this was like wrestling games, professional wrestling games. I loved them because they got very advanced on character creation, just as far as appearance and everything you could do there. And that's what I loved. So in role-playing games, it's almost limitless what you can do to create characters, and that's the ultimate, that's the pinnacle for me, I guess, having to do with that. So, creating a character what originally brought me to Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games was when I was talking to a friend once about what it was, just in a discussion. I'd kind of decided to try it out and play it, but when I was really talking to him, like, okay, just for real, what is this exactly? I've got an idea, but is it like, board game? What is it? And I remember he said his description was sort of, but you can do anything. You can create anything, be anything, you can do anything. So the freedom that comes with that, it's a video game, only better. The freedom you get, you can do whatever you want. There's no limits on, you hear this all the time. There's no special effects budget like a movie. You can make it as great as you want to make it. And so all of those things put together are why I enjoy it, along with, the social aspect, being able to hang out with friends. When I play video games, I don't know about everybody else, but when I play video games with friends, we used to get together, hang out, and we would play Halo all night for 12 hours straight or more. And every time we did that, I had fun, but at the same time I was like, wow, we just wasted a lot of time sitting in front of a TV screen. And if you look at that from a different perspective, from a third person view of us just staring at a TV for 12 hours, to me that was kind of a waste of time. We did it a lot, but with role-playing games we can play, we've played anywhere from 1 hour, real short one-shot game, to all the way up to 12-hour game, which we did once. And I don't look back on it like a waste of time, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. We're sitting around a table, socializing. We're not getting sucked into technology and, not staring at a TV screen or computer screen. I just don't feel like I'm wasting my time when I do it. And I can fill time that I'm bored during the day with things like world building, or with furthering a campaign, with creating different characters, because I enjoyed doing that. As a kid, I'd write, fantasy stories just to fulfill, I guess, a need that I had to flex creative muscles and use my imagination to do things. That's what I really wanted to do. And as a kid, before role-playing games, I really had no outlet for that, no form of expression. So that is kind of all lumped in a lot of stuff right there. Why I roleplay, why I do role-playing games. It's not specifically the role-playing, although I do enjoy that, and that's a great part of it. It's everything for me. It's every aspect of it, and the biggest part is being able to use my imagination to its fullest. There's no limits on that. One of my favorite quotes from one of the most inspirational people to me, Albert back there, was, "Logic can take you from A to B, but your imagination can take you anywhere." So I'm going to leave you with that closing thought. That is why I role play.